You guys, today I'll be reading a book called The Firefighters Kitten. I will be reading this book to you in case you have any book reports or any type of books that you have to read with this. Rating to chapter 1 through chapter 5. Are you ready? Let's get started. I have to read it. I will read it for you. Let me know when y'all ready. You said you're ready? Let's get started. Chapter 1. Lola sat on the stairs looking down at the piles and piles of boxes all over the hallway. Somewhere in that pile was her bedroom, or at least all the special things that would make the new room at the top of the stairs hers. Right now, that room was empty and painted a horrid, stickly pink, but Mom and Dad had promised they'll repaint it. Next page. It soon, once they were unpacked it and organized it. As Mom put it, looking at the sea of boxes, Lola thought organizing might be a long time coming. "Are you okay up there?" Dad called, smiling up at her. "It's all a bit strange, isn't it?" "I know, it doesn't feel like our house yet, Lola. But I promise it will soon. It will soon. Can I come and help?" Lola asked, hopefully. Mom said to stay here for a bit because they're moving. We're putting boxes in the living room, but they're finished now, haven't they? "Yes, I think they'll be gone soon," Dad agreed. "I was just putting your mom's favorite pots out in the back garden. There are a couple more to carry." Lola jumped and eared. There were lots of things worried her about their new house. Things that were more important than the weird pink paint, like being farther away from Gran and Granddad and not having a park anywhere close to. Worst of all, starting a new school in a couple of days where she didn't know a single person. But there was one very good thing. Now they have a garden. At their old house, they lived in a flat on the top floor. It had a little balcony where Mom kept all those flower pots, but the garden had belonged to the people on the ground floor. Now they had a garden of their own. A couple months later, Mom and Dad sat with Lola and explained to her that Mom had got a new job, a really good new posting where she'll be a crew manager, but a different fire station, which was a long way away. Sorry, excuse me. They told her that they needed to move houses, but Mom was going to be earning more so they could have a house all to themselves and their own garden. "We'll find a lovely place," Mom says, showing Lola a photo on her phone. "It just looks like the ordinary phone," Lola thought, staring blankly back at her. "It's on a really quiet road," so she smiled. But Lola couldn't understand what she was trying to say. "You know, we always said we couldn't have a cat, not with the road here being so busy. The new house would be perfect for a cat once we're settled in." Lola had the feeling they wanted her to be more excited, and she was excited. She was really, but it was hard to balance an imaginary cat that might get one day with a new school she was definitely going to, with new people away from all the friends she already had. Still, it was nice to have a garden, she thought as she carried the pot with Mom's plant pot through the kitchen. It set carefully outside on the little patio. There was a lantern bush in the floor bed and the flowers were spreading over and over onto the sun. Warm bricks, they smelled sharp and sweet at the same time, and snow fuzzy bees were buzzing all around. It was a beautiful place. I can just imagine working out here on a nice day, Dad said, slurping on the garden bench with a happy sigh. Isn't it great? Mom agreed, stepping outside behind him. I just found the kettle, she added, handling Dad a cup of tea and taking a big sip from her own mug. Excuse me, sorry. And a bag we picked with everything you need for Monday, Lola. Lola nodded, and she was supposed that was good. She definitely didn't want to turn up for her first day at her new school in jeans, but at least she was staring at the beginning of the term, even if she was going into year 5. They'll be lucky they were available to move here just in time. For a while, Mom had thought they might need to stay in a hotel for a couple weeks. Mom went back inside and brought out a glass of apple juice. Lola perched on the arm of the bench and leaned against Mom, slowly sipping her drink. She was so proud of her mom getting a big new job. That was the important thing. Excuse me, sorry. School would be fine. Everything was going to be fine. Hey, hello. Are you new? Lola shot at Pinkley, looked up at Dad, and turned away slowly. Dale only got halfway down the road. She hadn't expected anyone to ask her that yet. A boy with curly hair was whirring and running after them. Hi, he panicked. Are you from number 27? We saw you moving Lori on Saturday. Yes, Lori said, her voice just above a whisper. The boy seemed really friendly. She tried to smile at him, but she couldn't think of anything else to say. What year are you in? You got a larkling jumper on. I'm in year 5. Oh, yes, me too. Laura nodded. My teacher is Mrs. Tarrant, but I haven't met her yet. She's nice, and we have a day with her at the end of last year, the boy explained. I'm Noah. Laura, and this is my dad, Laura added, suddenly realizing the dad was watching them both grinning. It's nice to meet you, Noah, Dad said. He glanced at his watch. Well, we better keep walking, Laura. You don't want to be late on your first day. I'll show you a shortcut if you like. Noah said, walking on ahead and nodding. I'm so sorry. Give me a minute. Somebody was calling me. I'm so sorry. Noah said, walking on ahead and nodding towards a little path. Then we'll be there in loads of time. Oh, look, it's Trevor. He clenched down next to an enormous, fluffy grinner cat who was sitting in the middle of the path, guiding the way. Trevor, Laura couldn't help grinning. Don't you think he looks like a Trevor? Noah tickled the huge cat under his chin. He belongs to the people in the house next to the path, but he's really friendly and he's hanging out here. Trevor stood up and paced slowly over to Laura and Dad. He sniffed Laura's shoes, and then he stood up in front of her, and his fluffy tail standing up like a flag. Hello, Laura whispered. Will he let me stroke him? She asked it. I don't think you get past him if you don't know what, said, shaking his head. It's definitely his path, and I think he likes you. You're so lovely, Lola told the huge cat as she ran her hand over his greenish striped back, then tickled his creamy chin. Such as a beautiful big boy. Trevor's so big, he's about the same size as all 3 of our cats, put together, Noah said. You got 3 cats. Laura looked at him in a surprise. Wow, you're so lucky. We might be getting a cat once we got everything unpacked. Mom said, yeah, there was a shelter not far away. Yeah, we got our cats. Last year, Noah nodded. We better get going, I suppose, he added. The school just down the end of the path. Sorry. And along the road a bit. I'll show you. They gave Trevor a few last pats and hurried along the path and round the corner. The school. Laura could feel herself slowing down. As they didn't come across the gates, she didn't want to say goodbye to Dad and saw him walk away. Mr. Turner, over here. There is Noah, pointing to the teacher standing close to the doors, talking to a couple younger girls. Laura swallowed, telling herself that Mr. Trek looked differently. The teacher was smiling and waving her hands about her eyes through. She was telling some funny stories. Wait a minute. Start back. Thanks for showing us the way. Noah was really kind. Dad shouted relief. He have only knew exactly where to go. Either Laura realized Noah. Mr. Trump waved. Isn't that Laura? I noticed she moved on to your road. You met each other already? That's brilliant. Noah lead Laura and Dad over to the teacher. I met them on the school, he explained it. Hello, Mrs. Trump beamed at Laura and Dad. I was blaming for you to sit on Noah's table anyway. Laura, I was planning. Laura, so this is perfect. Noah can show you around today. Laura nodded, feeling relief. Noah was friendly and he liked the cats, and Mr. Turner seemed nice too. The bell just was about to go. Excuse me, sorry. Mrs. Turner said, why don't you show Lola where to put her bag? Noah, and then if you go into the year 5 classroom, there are names on the table so you can see where you're going to sit. Great, said Dad. Now give me a hug. Laura, I'll see you later. Okay? Laura flung her arms around her dad, middle, and hugged him tightly. Then she hurried after Noah into school. Chapter 2. Come back for Chapter 2. I hope you liked this video. Like and subscribe for more.